Hey everybody, welcome to Robert Renzoni Vineyards in Temecula. Before we get started though, reach down, hit that subscribe button to make sure you get all the adventures. So we're here in Temecula, California, and this is the Renzoni Winery that, let me in, come on in. You're gonna love it here. I know I do.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
I'm good.
Welcome to Robert Renzoni Vineyards.
I said the same thing.
Come on down.
So this is Phil. He runs the place.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Phil.
Mike, good to see you, man.
Good to be seen.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, thanks a lot. Thanks for having me. Nice place you got here.
Well, we try. We try. Put a lot of good work into this place.
So I think we joined as members in 2014. So every time we come back to Temecula Valley, we always come here. And Phil, what do you got today? What are you gonna pour?
We got a lot of great reds. We're gonna start with our Sangiovese. We make more Sangiovese than anything else.
That sounds good.
You can't be a good solid Italian winery without a great Sangiovese, right? Am I right?
Well, you're the man. You're always right.
Hey, I try. Well, let's get you started. I'm gonna grab
right.
your first wine. I'll be right back.
That sounds wonderful.
Here we go.
And wine tasting is always such a great experience. It's calm, cool, collective, and wine gives you such a nice, even buzz, if you want to call it that. So,
we've got our 2016 Sangiovese. This is at its ideal drinking point. This is just absolutely phenomenal. Something that spent a little less than 2 years in barrel is now been in bottle since 2018.
Okay.
So here we are, 2021, at the ideal drinking point of this Sangiovese. Great cherry notes, not too bright, not too sharp. The tannin's going to be a mid-palate presentation, small to medium tannins. It's going to be a great little cherry presence.
Phil knows his stuff.
It's light. It's a great way to start. What do you think?
I love it.
Right.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of your reds.
How long should a red sit in a bottle? Once you get it as a consumer,
Sure.
How long should one sit?
Depends on what you're buying. Every year, every vintage, every varietal changes how long you're going to hold that wine. Some wines are made to serve now, and then you go to the grocery store and you're buying a 2020 caps off. It's something that's got to be held on to 5-6 years. And a lot of people open it right away and drink it, and you're probably drinking it a little early.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
5
So
years.
our standard for wines are going to be a little higher than you'll find. You know what I mean? Holding back a wine that's 2016 to serve in your tasting room just now, it's not always something you're going to find everywhere you go. But as far as wines being held back, it really just, that's impossible to know. The Sangiovese is not going to do the same on the shelf as a Cab Sauv. Yeah.
And that's why you come to see your pal PourMan, because he gives you good information.
There you go.
My boy Phil knows his stuff.
There you go.
What's next, my friend?
So we're going from Sangiovese into the next Italian varietal. We're going to go into some Montepulciano. We're going to get a little richer here, a little more medium body. This is going to have some depth. There's a common kind of history and tasting notes to Montepulciano. It'll be a dark berry presence with something herbal or some sort of herbaceous presence. And this vintage came through almost floral. So when you drink this one, I really want you to smell for purple flowers and see if you can get something coming through.
All right.
Okay, I'll be right back.
And you're one of the few vineyards in the valley that has multiple. How do you pronounce it?
Montepulciano,
Yeah,
yeah. We source it here right across the street from our vineyard. It's not something that we grow on the estate, but we have a contract on the vineyard across the way. So no matter how much it yields, we're buying it at a set price.
Mm-hmm.
And so some vintages will come through with a couple hundred cases. Some will be 700 or 800 cases, just depends on our yield. And Montepulciano is a varietal that absolutely loves the sunshine. We got plenty of it down here in Southern California.
But you don't get but you're one of the few places to get it here in the valley, aren't you?
That's correct, yeah. So we're one of only a couple wineries in Southern California that have Montepulciano on the menu. So let's get that going.
Can't wait. Well, yes, sir. You're the boss. You tell me what to do. You guys having fun so far? I know I am. Hey, while he's over there,
It's always better the second time around, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, a little more oxygen on it.
Well, not only that, the first taste of wine too, generally it takes you got to set your palate.
You know what? We have a saying: 3 sips before you even know what it's like. right? The first sip's just kind of introducing you to it. The second sip gives you character, acidity, and then the third character is the refinement, kind of really identifying where the tannins land and how that acidity presents. Is really, it takes 3 sips. Yeah.
Well, and we brought some friends with us here, and one of our friends fell in love. They've got this little marinara sauce and these little sticks that they eat with, and it's really tasty.
So yeah, the family recipe marinara, I'll have to grab a jar here in a second.
Okay, cool.
Is Robert's grandmother's recipe. It's totally organic, non-GMO. You can read everything in the label. I think I've got it memorized. It's tomatoes, garlic, salt, shallots, onions, tomato. Like, it's just like the simplest thing.
I love it.
You don't have to Google trimethylhexane to see what this thing is in my sauce. No, this is real organic Italian food, right? So nothing better to pair with the Montepulciano. Really, that marinara, Montepulciano. Here we go, 2017 Montepulciano. Just incredible stuff. Absolutely incredible. I want you to try that.
I want to try that.
I want you to try this. This is something we're very proud of, right? Solo varietal. We don't make a lot of cases on this. This is probably a 400 case lot, and it was really, really phenomenal.
And what does that bottle go for?
This is a $50 bottle. 48, to be exact.
Worth every penny.
Right? Right?
Very good.
I'm glad you love that one.
So what's the last one we're going to taste here?
All right.
I'll just be over here drinking. He's working, I'm drinking. That's how this show goes. That's why I get to be the host. Very good.
All right.
Excellent.
So marinara and breadsticks, just so you can see how that pairs. You got to do that.
Let me try that. Let me try that for you.
I don't know if you see the presentation is in a plate. We use a barrel steak, and it's finished in butcher block oil from a local carpenter, and we just sanitize it between every tasting. And so we're reclaiming the barrel as your plate.
Yum. All right, let me finish this.
Yeah, right? You're gonna wash that down.
Don't talk with your mouth full. Yes, Mom.
Oh, man.
Does life get any better than this?
I don't know if it does, Mike. Really great Italian wines, a little marinara.
Oh, yummy.
There are worse days in the world, right?
So
All right.
what do you got? What's last on
The last wine here is a very, very, very special wine to us. 1886 is the year that the Renzonis came to the U.S. So this wine, 1886, is a wine that we make only for wine club members. This is only something that you could buy as a member here. This isn't open to the public. Cab Sauv, Cab Franc, Merlot, Syrah. The textures, the body, it's going to come through cab-like. You're going to get the tannin and the depth of cab, but that Syrah and that Merlot bring these great fruit and chocolate presence that just make one of the most well-rounded, one of the best wines I feel like we've ever made. I love this blend. I am very confident in this blend. I love what our winemaker is doing over there.
Can you feel the love? Just look at his face.
I love this stuff.
He does.
Nothing better.
So myself and Mrs. We do love Cab Franc, we do love Zinfandels, and we do love Syrah. So
Perfect.
yeah, so there's a lot of good stuff in here.
Yeah.
All right, man. Almost hate to end this.
Right.
Oh, that smells good.
Cab Franc is the father of Cabernet Sauvignon. At some point, Sauvignon Blanc was crafted to a Cabernet Franc. We got our Cabernet Sauvignon. So Cab Sauv, its father, Cab Franc.
That is delicious.
Right?
You're a good cook.
Hey, it's not me. We've got one of the only female head winemakers in the state, and she's an incredible person. She's so incredibly talented. The wines always come through clean, beautiful, and it's one thing to work at a winery, and it's a job to sell the wine. This wine sells itself. All I'm doing is presenting how beautiful it is.
I've bought a bit myself over the years.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, Phil, thank you so much.
Mike, good having you. Good seeing you again.
Yep. So, we have no recipes, but for more information on Renzoni Winery, go to my website, PourManMike.com. And if you push this button right over here, you'll instantly become a Pour Minion, which gets you a head of the line speed pass for each and every new PourMan adventure, plus all that other cool stuff you've come to know and love. So, till next time, pour well, pour often, PourMan. We'll see you around.